Morning, guys. How are you guys doing? I'm super awesome. Yeah, man, I'm Princess Makhoba, one of the owners from Groko. You're a little bit nervous here. All right. Well, I'm a small town girl, guys. I grew up in Ngoma. So what I learned growing up was mom and dad got married at a very young age. My dad was well off as he owned businesses in KZN and some in Johannesburg, where he and my mother ended up staying running one of the businesses. And while the unfortunate event happened while my dad was locking one of his businesses, he was shot and killed. And that was the end of it. I never get to meet with my dad, as my mom was also pregnant with me at the time. I can imagine the pain that she must have endured. So being married into a traditional family was never easy, as my mom was also forced to going back to staying with her parents, who were not even working at the time. As a result, she started selling vegetables to make ends meet. I remember coming back from school, helping my mom sell some of her veggies door to door so that we can have food on the table. I was one of those kids that will be sent back home for not paying school fees, and you just insist on coming back. So I've excelled at school, knowing exactly the situation that I left back home. Straight after writing my exams, I went to, final exams by the way, I went to look for a job, got my first job in Mshlanga, working as a chef, earning 1,400 Rand a month. And I'll send half of that money home and be left with no transport money. And then I heard that there was another company opening in town, went there for interview. They needed about 2,500 Rand registration fee, of which I didn't even have. Promised them that I was gonna pay at the end of the month. Throughout my training, I'll be reminded that I owe fees. It was an uncomfortable situation that became a joke in class. Even if I meet with a tutor in the passage, she'll remind me, Princess, you owe me fees. You know, straight after my first pay, 2.5 got deducted. I had no money for transport again. Had to borrow money that will last me up until the next payday. Here, that's where I met with my upline, Ayanda Mkwaba, as she was also working for the same company. We both decided to leave after some time, as we were not making enough money. 2019, I received a text from Ayanda inviting me for an interview, and I did come. And then what happened then, when I went for an interview, it was done by our very own Christy Pratt. I couldn't believe some of the things that were said in the interview. It was just too good to be true. I couldn't believe some of the things. I thought it was one of those companies that will sell you lies. Well, I gave it a shot. I came back. I started as a trainee like everyone else, right? Guys, I came in with a bang. I didn't just come here to be a sales agent. I was just going for ownership. Mastered the 10 keys to dropping pieces, promoted myself within 4 days. On data. Promoted to trainer within 4 days on data, and then boom, I never stopped, guys. That's when it started happening. First month got paid 15,000, 27,000, 34. Guys, the highest I've earned as a trainer was like 65,000, and it just never went down. I was just going for it. And guys, the way I was making money, building a business was the last thing that I thought of, because I was like, okay, if I can do this, why, you know? Up until I was introduced to the 4 keys to building a business. Started training people, started promoting people one after one, and then everything just got raised. Everything just got doubled. And then promoted to TO. That's when I bought my first car in the business, right? And then also, while building my business, guys, I don't want to lie, I did lost quite a few people along the way, and I didn't stop. I didn't lose my attitude. I just kept going, and then just focused on the new blood, replacing the old ones with the new ones. And then boom, I got promoted to owner. And then, guys, I started saving over 15,000 Rand a month. I remember within a year, I managed to save like over 200,000. That's when I built a 6-bedroom house for my mother, guys. I brought him Slanga into the village. My mom stays in a posh house. It's even bigger than my house. Currently paying her over like 3,000 Rand a month. I sometimes give her 5,000 Rand. Bought my second car, currently driving one of the latest Kia Rio, latest. And guys, my daughter is attending one of the best schools in Durban North. Why not? Why not if you have the opportunity on your side, you know? So, guys, if I can do it, so can you, right? And then also, guys, I'm not where I want to be. I'm financial free, but I'm not where I want to be. Still working on my next goal, which is getting promoted on stage again to be one of the promoting owners. Because really, we never stop shifting lives. Thank you.